Hi, I'm Claire, Head Gardener here at Rowallane, and today I'd like to take you for a walk around our beautiful gardens. In 1858, when the Reverend John Moore retired, he decided to build himself a garden here in the heart of County Down. He started by building a relatively modest house on the site of an old farm cottage before looking outwards and building stable yard, walled garden, outer walled garden, all with these lovely antiquarian features. The Victorians loved to play with the age of their properties, creating ancient monuments, and the Reverend John Moore was no exception, including these rather unique Bap stone cairns using stones from Bloody Bridge, a river in nearby Newcastle. For the Reverend John Moore, the walled garden was purely a productive space, supplying fruit and vegetable for the house. But for Hugh, it became his laboratory, where he gradually shifted over and introduced more and more ornamentals as he experimented and played and pushed the boundaries of what could be expected to grow in Ireland and in these conditions. He grew a huge number of magnolias and rhododendrons, camellias, eucryphias. For example, this lovely towering magnolia, Peter Veitch, that just blends in with the beech trees behind, but is full of pink flowers in the spring. Kiringoshima palmatum, all the way from Japan, with our lovely waxy yellow bells. And our fabulous rhododendron Shilsonii, with beautiful red flowers in the spring, showy green calyxes afterwards, and peeling bark that shines in the light when it's wet. Hugh started gardening here at a crucial time in horticulture. A whole load of new materials flooding in as Westerners were finally allowed into China and Japan. And Hugh realised that this land here, poor grazing land with only a thin veil of soil over the rock, was perfect for growing those new rhododendrons and other introductions. Through botanic gardens like Kew, Edinburgh and Glasnevin, as well as plant hunters and other landowners, he was able to get wild collected seed and unusual and early hybrids, particularly rhododendrons that could thrive in these conditions, like here on the spring ground, where they get the warm sunshine, the consistent rain and the free draining soil. Next we're going to go into the old wood and see more of his collection. At Rowallane, the stone is as much a part of the garden as the plants. So Hugh started off by excavating out a rock garden rather than having to build one. He used explosives and built up pockets to create planting areas. So he's working inside the compartments that the Reverend had created to build these little gardens within the garden. And now, over time, we can see how these big rhododendrons have developed together. When Hugh first planted this area, they would have matched the conditions perfectly, plants living in harmony together. But now, because of the limited root space, the limited soil for them to move in, they're starting to fight together. We've got almost hollow ground underneath. So now this competition of these big mature plants so close together in these tiny pockets of earth is being exacerbated by climate change and the extremes that we're getting in our conditions. The Reverend John Moore played with places here too. So in the pleasure ground, he consolidated what had been 5 farm fields together and planted it up with glades of beech, oak, Scots pine, as well as a myriad of other newly introduced conifers that were very fashionable at the time, such as the monkey puzzle and our lovely Douglas fir. The Reverend Moore died after 30 years here at Rowallane, and eventually the estate was inherited by his nephew, Hugh Armitage Moore, just at the start of the 20th century. Rowallane is a garden that's always changing through the seasons, but no matter if we see you once or every day, I want to say a huge thank you. We love doing it for you and we couldn't do it without you. So to all of our members and supporters, just a huge thank you for all the team and all the volunteers here at Rowallane.